I make it a point to try every MMO I can. Like my favorite MMO, Horizon Worlds, by everybody's favorite game director, the Zuck. Definitely has no problems at all. My point is, the greatest strength an MMO has is to put you in the shoes of whoever you want. But they not only put you in the shoes of whoever you want, they put you in a fun and interesting world to run around in with them. See, in a good MMO, your experience is completely unique to you. Take Elder Scrolls Online, for example. I was exploring a random corner of the map, and I see a weird cave with a dude hunched inside of it. Now, all signs would point towards not going in there, but I don't read signs. I'm illiterate. So I enter the cave, and the guy asks me if I want him to turn me into a vampire. So obviously I'm like, yeah. Fucking duh, you should have done it already. He bites me, a portal appears, the vampire goddess spawns in, I like resurrect her and play through her life memories or some shit. It was crazy, but it's an experience I remember fondly, not because it was some structured quest telling me exactly what to do and where to do it, but because I, of my own volition, by chance, ran into it and became a fucking vampire. That's how you immerse someone in the world of an MMO. I don't need your Sword Art Online brain chip, Elon. I have Strange Man in Cave with Vampire STD. But this isn't just limited to ESO. Final Fantasy XIV's world, for example, and the areas within it are built with intention rather than just being a really big wallpaper to the story. They leave space for the player to have a non-linear experience if they want to. The potential games made like this have is endless. Because now that line in every game trailer, forge your own path, make your story, is actually doable. Now, I personally think one of the main pillars of gaming is immersing yourself in another world and doing shit you can't do in real life. And MMOs are the embodiment of that, times 10. I mean, shit, the first thing you do in 90% of them is decide if you want to be a cat girl or an orc. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't have that option when I was born. A great example of this immersion in a different world is Star Wars: The Old Republic, which encompasses literally everything and anything you could want to do in the Star Wars universe. Or ESO and World of Warcraft, both with their own vastly different takes on the fantasy genre. But it feels like a lot of the time these amazing worlds and stories that could be so much more are held back by their creators' incapability to take any feedback. See, World of Warcraft, for example, is notorious for not giving a shit what their player base thinks. But even then, so many people are still playing it because they love the game. So just imagine how much further that could go if they just listened. We should try it for a week. And this problem doesn't end with WoW. It's become a standard in the MMO space. Even in games like Wizard 101, where there's basically one dev who's active in the community, but he barely even knows anything about the game. Which is like, bro, I don't know if you know this, but you work there. I just imagine him every month just receiving his paycheck and going, honey, the money paper arrived again. It's from the Wizards. Don't even get me started how some of the best gear in that game is in loot boxes. Not cosmetics like every good mount in WoW, but real gear with stats. Which is why games like Final Fantasy were such a breath of fresh air. Because of the director, Yoshi P, building an experience that didn't feel like you had to pull out your wallet every 10 seconds, like it's an arcade machine asking for more coins. Also being transparent and putting himself out there to communicate with the fans. Now me, I would tell Yoshi P I don't like Black Desert Online. I know he can't change that, but I would just tell him. See, BDO felt like a combat test build with MMO taped on it. The combat was cool, but that was really all that carried it, because the story has the depth of a Disney Plus show, which sucks because the game itself is gorgeous. But if all you can do in that gorgeous open world is fight, it kind of loses its edge. Wait, then what are all the high-level people doing? They're fishing. They're fucking fishing. Because even though as MMO players we find enjoyment in the sometimes mindless grind, progression, and the feeling of completion, there also needs to be some substance attached to it. Because it feels like with every new MMO we get recently, the playable lifespan decreases more and more because of this lack of substance. It's because devs are forgetting that we're not just there for the grind. This is where Star Wars: The Old Republic is different. swtor is not only the best Star Wars game, in my opinion, but a really good MMO too. They've got classes for every type of Star Wars character you could want to be, and the detailed worlds to put them into. The mounts are awesome, the story is mamma mia. And it's fully voice acted with dialogue choices that affect the story. So if you play as a Sith and you don't like a character and you want to kill them, eventually down the line, depending on what you choose, there'll probably be an option to do that sooner or later. In conclusion, all in all, no, I don't think MMOs are doomed. Seeing swtor, FF14, Diablo 4, and all the other amazing MMOs recently gives me hope for the genre. Of course, the looming threat of entirely cash grab, copy-paste MMOs is still there, but the genre has so much potential that it continues to bring us new, addictive, and exciting experiences anyway. And that is all. None of these games are paying me, by the way, even though they should be. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.